This episode of the After Run Bourbon Club is brought to you by the Phoenix 10K and Marathon. One thing that we love here at the Bourbon Table is just how popular running has become. There are more people spending time outside and in running communities, which has been amazing to witness. Another benefit is that running allows you to explore new places. If you're considering a race in the fall, whether you're a seasoned runner or new in your running journey, the Phoenix 10K and Marathon in Phoenix, Arizona on November 8th is definitely one to consider. In its 51st year, the marathon takes you on a scenic tour of North Phoenix and Paradise Valley. Not only that, but the average temperature in Phoenix in November is 65 degrees, which is perfect for running a marathon. Want to get your kids involved? Well, there's also a race for them, the Mullen Mile, a 1-mile fun run for all kids ages 3 through 12. As someone who grew up and developed my love for running in Phoenix, Arizona, I can honestly say that there is no better time to run in Phoenix than November. And if you do this race, you will absolutely ask yourself why you hadn't done it before. And as a thank you for listening to the After Run Bourbon Club, the Phoenix 10K and Marathon is offering you 30% off your registration when you use code ARBC30 at checkout. So you really have no reason not to sign up. So head over to phoenix10k.com and secure your bib for this amazing fall marathon. That's phoenix10k.com. And don't forget to use code ARBC30 at checkout to save 30% on your registration. Cheers. And now on to the episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the After Run Bourbon Club, brought to you by Castle on the Hill Productions. We have a very special episode today because we're trying something a little different. So over the last couple years, I've received several bottles as gifts, and I have yet to open them. So today we're going to do a live reaction to all the bottles that I've received, or 5 of the bottles I've received and have never tried.
Unboxing.
If you hear that voice, that means that I'm not going to be doing this alone because I have a guest. She is a good friend. She is a huge fan of the show.
Huge fan of bourbon.
Less of a fan of bourbon, but life is better when she's around. Everybody, please welcome to the show, Jess Harding. Welcome, Jess.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm so happy to be back in DC.
Yes.
So honored to double my bourbon intake today.
Yeah, like I said, not as huge a fan of a bourbon as I am. You have had 5 sips before, essentially.
Yes.
You've done a tasting.
Yes, but the people are going to see a seasoned veteran.
Yep.
And a newbie's reaction.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, we are going to do something a little different than we normally do on the show. So we're not going to get to know you better today. For fans of the show who have seen way early episodes of this when it was kind of a different thing, Jess was a guest previously. That's where her initial tasting came in. So we know a lot about Jess already.
I overshare.
I don't hate it. I mean, what's the point of having a podcast if you're not going to get a guest who overshares?
Don't put a mic in front of you if you don't want to hear anything.
But today, after each round of bourbon, we are going to do a little bit of a hot takes episode where we're going to discuss everything that's been happening in the world of running and athletics, and a little bit of touch on triathlon and touch on doping, just everything there could be to talk about that's been in the headlines recently. And you, person of opinions and hot takes, I feel like this is a perfect episode for you.
I love an opinion. I love a hot take. I love the commitment to a bit.
You do. You really do.
Will preface this with I really don't care all too much about most of these topics.
Okay.
But I do have hot takes on all of them.
I love it. I love a good hot take. One other thing to note is that we are both wearing the exact same Bandit hoodie, not sponsored by Bandit, but
Not yet.
not yet. This we're filming that she's in town. We're filming this because it is Cherry Blossom weekend, and of course, Bandit had an amazing drop this weekend, and we were fortunate enough to cop a hoodie each. Yeah, and I'm loving it.
Shout out to Jenny Lee, who was my bandit mule and fought in the trenches to get this for me. Thank you.
Yes, big shout out to Jenny. If you know who she is and you saw her, you would have seen her with multiple bags of gear for multiple people. So big shout out to Jenny and her muling capabilities. All right, so bourbon. Shall we get into it? It's exactly what we're here for. Yes, exactly what I'm here for. Yeah. All right, we're going to start with the one on the inside, and that is Four Roses Small Batch Bourbon. This one's going to be, hold on, slow down. You can hold it. Let me give you the description. So, okay, so we already got the reaction on the smell. Not a big fan on the nose. A little too much alcohol there for you. Yeah. Okay. So the flavor profile for this one: ripened red berries, vanilla bean, baking spices, and a light caramel finish with some spicy rye there on the end as well.
Ooh, we got the spices.
Yep.
We got the spices.
Ooh. Yeah. That one got me a little bit.
Okay.
I don't taste any red berries.
I don't really know what red berries taste like.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe...
No fruity notes though, so...
No fruity notes. I get a little hint of vanilla, but like very faintly.
It's there. There's like a whisper of it.
A whisper. Vanilla was in the room when this was made, for sure.
Definitely spices.
A lot of spices. A lot of spices. Very rye forward, I feel like.
Yeah. You're a spicy rye forward person. This is maybe the batch for you.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so while we continue to suffer through this rye forward bourbon, we're going to talk about the first headline, which has to do with professional runner Emma Bates.
Woo!
So Emma Bates recently was dropped from her sponsorship from UCAN Nutrition almost immediately after announcing her pregnancy, which she ran... She ran all of, I believe it was the LA Marathon. She ran that not knowing that she was pregnant, and then...
And ran it fast. Really fast.
Yes, exactly. And then she made the pregnancy announcement, and then her nutrition sponsor, according to her, dropped her. According to them, they say that the deal was already put forward and that she turned it down. So I guess the real question is, who should we believe in this situation?
I mean, I guess it's hard because you don't fully know the contracts.
Right.
There's no transparency in track and field contracts.
Sure.
So it's really hard to tell. I know also Grayson Murphy is pregnant. She's an ultra trail runner. She just got dropped by Koros. So I think it's contract negotiating time. So it could be bad timing, but it feels like an odd coincidence that one thing happened and the other just happened after you're with a brand for so long.
Yes. Yeah. She'd been there for a while. And I mean, obviously, you mentioned another example. This is not new when it comes to females in sports, and they're
dropping Allison Felix.
Yes.
Like, it's sadly just not a new story that we're hearing in this sport.
Right, which is crazy in the year of our Lord 2026 that this thing is still happening to female athletes. Like, it's ridiculous.
Women go through pregnancy, get stronger, get faster. Like, I don't know, these brands are just kind of shooting themselves in the foot when they do this because whether it was on purpose or not, is like completely altering public opinion of them.
It really is. It does alter the public opinion. I would imagine that, I mean, the backlash on social media alone was insane. I don't know how UCAN is countering that, or what their, internal marketing team is like trying to figure out to.
Imagining that SpongeBob episode where his like head is on fire and they're running around. That is what I'm picturing their like headquarters looked like that day.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Immediate PR crisis. Yeah. No, it is. It's unfortunate for sure.
It really is. And I think as we were talking about earlier, it's just indicative of a larger problem of professional runners having to rely on these brand contracts to make their living and round out the rest of their salary. And they just feel like they're completely reliant on if a brand wants to keep them or not. And who knows, like, what trends are shifting. And you have to be an influencer on top of being a professional runner. And it feels like other sports just aren't like this. We're paying football and baseball players millions of dollars. And I think with the running boom track has become really popular. So it's interesting that the compensation doesn't seem to be following that.
Yeah. And kind of to your conversation also we were having off camera is that there have been attempts to pay track and field athletes. I forget what the name of the Grand Slam track. Yes. Grand Slam track tried to pay runners what they felt they deserved. And they didn't even make it to the end of their season.
No,
yeah.
And they still haven't paid those athletes.
Yeah, which is just a bad look for them, a bad look for track and field as a whole. I don't know where runners will be able to secure, or running brands can secure that enough funding to pay their athletes what they deserve.
Exactly. And again, like, no transparency in the contracts. So you don't know what these people are making, what their performance bonuses are, what their requirement for how much they have to race is, which just you're constantly in limbo and like trying to make it to the next year and the next contract and what brand is going to pick you up.
Yeah, that's true. That's tough.
Fuel brand with not many carbs is going to hold on to you.
Yes. And, as a runner, we all know fueling is important. And I do feel like part of the running boom, we've seen a surge in these nutrition brands. And that worries me a little bit because these brands aren't regulated like a lot of food is, right?
I see a lot of influencers making their own brands. Which I don't know what goes into that, but it feels like a precise science that maybe not everyone should be slapping their name on.
Right. Yeah. You don't know who they're working with, what labs they're working with, and
I remember what brand it was, but recently was that one brand where they were like way overestimating the amount of carbs that they had in their gel.
It was a bar. It was that gold bar, the gold wrapping paper. I'm gonna forget what the name of it is.
But they had like so many carbs, and people did tests, and it was like way lower.
Yeah, it was way lower. Or no, I'm thinking of it was like calories. This company was doing protein bars.
Oh, I saw that one too. Everyone was like, I was eating the Mean Girls Caltine bars.
And then the calories were like double. They were, yeah. So it's just, it's the Wild West out there for nutrition and sports and also for athletes. It's kind of the Wild West for how they can make a living, and it's tough. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not a professional athlete in the running world.
And I don't know what the answer is because I tried with Grand Slam.
They
really tried.
They really tried.
And the hype was there. Like I was there in Philly and people were there and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And
no, I saw this.
There's a good effort to show what track outside of Eugene is like.
Yes. Yeah.
And the East Coast showed up. So I don't know what the answer is, but
no, it's
not dropping your pregnant out.
It's definitely not dropping your pregnant athletes. Yeah. No, it's, I don't know. Smarter people than me are going to have to figure that out for sure. Yeah. Well, we wish Emma Bates.
Solve the problem. We can talk about
We're here to talk about it. Yeah. No solutions will be had here today for sure. Yeah. No. Well, we wish Emma Bates the best and all the luck on her.
Congrats on your pregnancy. I hope a really good brand picks her up.
Yes.
And I'm ready to try whatever fuel decides to sponsor her.
Exactly. I'm here for it too. All right. So how did you like the Four Roses small batch bourbon?
I liked it.
Spicy. Yeah.
The
definitely.
Scent, no. But.
Okay. It is tough when you just like raw dog the scent. You put your nose right in there. It was a little much.
It is a lot.
That's okay though. That's okay. We'll a little ease up on the nose for the second second one. Yes, exactly. Waft it into your nose. Second one is the Monk's Road small batch wheated bourbon.
When I did read Los's notes and I saw Monk's Road, I was like, ooh, what race is this? Like, what niche culture are we talking about?
Oh, no, not a race. Yeah, Monk's Road. It kind of is fitting though. This one is a wheated bourbon. It's 94 proof, and this bottle was gifted to me by my in-laws for Christmas. So that is where this bottle came from. The flavor profile for this one is muted honey, sweet wheat grain, vanilla, and light caramel. Okay. Wow. Not as spicy. I'm digging that. You might also pick up some notes of white pepper, toasted nuts, and citrus.
Just getting burned. Wow.
Just getting burned. Okay, so a lot of burn for you.
A lot of burn.
Okay. Any of the notes coming through?
No, it's just a sensation.
Okay, just pure heat.
Pure sensation.
Okay, while you quell that heat in your mouth, let's move on to the next headline. We're talking run influencers. Already with the sly smile. Okay.
I'm from New Jersey. I cannot control my facial expressions.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Like many things in New Jersey, can't be controlled. Anyways, sorry, moving on. Run influencer, fitness influencer.
I got toasted nut.
Oh, you got some toasted nut?
Some toasted nut.
Okay, there you go.
Is there?
Okay, love it. Yeah, I do kind of taste a little bit of nuttiness on the aftertaste.
Toasted marshmallow vibe almost.
Okay, interesting. All right, I don't get the sweetness of a marshmallow, but I can see what you're saying. Maybe a little more of the like char. Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, headline. Fitness influencer Matt Choi was recently disqualified from his very first Ironman 70.3 in Texas for failing to serve a time penalty after he was caught drafting, which apparently is a very big no-no in Ironman triathletes. He says he didn't understand the rules. He didn't realize that he had broken anything, and that when he did realize it, he thought his penalty would just be assessed to his time at the end. No, it turns out in Ironman, you have to stop at a penalty box and serve your penalty. The rule in Ironman is that you must maintain 12 meters on the bicycle between the person in front of you. And so the fact that he got a penalty for drafting means he was really up on these guys, really close. This is also not the first time Matt Choi has been disqualified for not following the rules. I believe he was disqualified and permanently banned from the New York Marathon for having some cameramen on the course, which is against the rules.
Hitting people with their e-bikes.
So the question is really, is this a Matt Choi problem? Does he not know how to follow rules? Or is this a influencer larger problem, do you think?
I'd say both. I don't know. I don't want to give this man like a ton of my time and attention and thought in my brain.
Sure.
But it just comes off as disrespectful to the sport.
Yeah.
And a focus on getting content and clicks rather than there to do the race and respect what the race is and the work that people have put in and what the sport is.
Yeah.
Like, not knowing the rules and not getting too huge, like, you should know the rules before you do a race, but like, anyone can make an honest mistake. It does happen.
Yes.
I'm not saying we're all perfect and not going to do things wrong in races.
Agreed.
But it just feels like the intent that he's showing up and that many people are not showing up to races is not maybe because they want to train and run. It's that they want to post about training and running. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's fine too. Like, who am I to say that's not a reason that you can go do these?
Yeah.
Just because that's not the reason I want to go run a race. So I always get caught back and forth there because I guess you are allowed if you want to go run and take pictures and like post them, like live your life. Who am I to stop you? But if it's impeding on other people's ability to enjoy that activity, then that's where I have a problem with it.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think, most races nowadays, understanding that we live in the digital age, we live in the social media age, they are adjusting their rules to allow for that a little bit more. You can run with your phone, you can have headphones in some races now. But I mean, obviously, like having a camera crew run alongside you or bike alongside you on a running race, not the best idea, especially on such a crowded race like the New York Marathon. For this situation, I know that he signed up months in advance. I saw multiple videos of him, training for the race, getting ready, do some get ready with me for a training workout, brick workouts, whatever. So if you clearly understand that this requires a lot of training, you would think that you would take the 20 minutes to review the rules of the race and understand what you're getting yourself into. Like, I'm not a cyclist, I'm not a triathlete, but I know that when you're drafting on somebody, you are using significantly less energy. You're not having to pedal as hard. The other person in front of you is having to do most of the work. I mean, you do that in running a little bit, but not to the same extent that it happens in cycling. So you essentially are cheating, and it deserves a disqualification. And again, goes to your point also, it's completely disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the race, disrespectful to the other athletes. As somebody who works really closely with the Cherry Blossom race and putting it on here in DC, I know the work that goes behind getting a race of that magnitude on its feet. We have hundreds and hundreds of volunteers.
A lot of work.
It's so much work. I mean, we started working this year's race like in November or October of last year. So it's like 7 months of work for 2 days of racing. Mm-hmm. You are completely disrespecting everybody that put that on. And honestly, like at this point, I don't understand why so many people continue to follow Matt Choi when he continues to do things that are so disrespectful to the whole community.
Yeah. It just feels like if this keeps happening, maybe you want to just take a second and take a deep breath before you go into your next race and be like, how am I not going to actively get disqualified?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, hey, while we make a plan for our social media posting, let's also plan how we are going to be good stewards of this event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think lost my train of thought. I'm already getting wasted. I didn't see his response videos. And saying you didn't know the rules just kind of feels like you're taking the blame off yourself too.
Yeah.
And I was like, whose job is it to remind you of the rules? Like, I'm sure the refs were telling you what to do.
Sure.
But, like, at the end of the day, if you don't know the rules and you get disqualified, like, again, I didn't see, maybe he did take full ownership of it. I didn't see the videos in response, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, hey, that's on me. Sorry, I messed up there.
Yeah. 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 I also haven't seen the response. If he said, I'm sorry, then maybe, there would be some sort of grace there. But it's hard to take his apologies seriously these days because
really
it's time after time.
They
it is
keep doing similar things.
Yes.
So, like, what do they say? Like, you show the apology in your actions
Mm-hmm.
when you switch what you're doing. Like, you can keep apologizing, but if you keep doing things, then like you're not actually sorry.
Huh.
And I think I don't have a problem with running influencers. I love it. I love running, and I love how they're getting people into running.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they can just make one person see the joy of running, like, job well done then.
Great. Yes.
But I think they have these big platforms and they reach a lot of people, and you have a chance to really highlight the sport in a good way and how you should act and like the joy of running and the joy of taking rest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just watching these people run race after race after race after race. I'm like, are you making running seem like it's something people can't afford to do or can't access because they're not going to run 3 marathons in a year? So is your 1 marathon not good enough?
Right. Yeah.
And again, maybe it's not on them to like show that. If people want to run multiple marathons in a year, go for it, be my guest.
Right.
But I think you just, when you have a platform and have that many followers and people who are awarding you the opportunity to go do things, then you do have a little bit of responsibility to your community there.
Yes, 100% agree. There's a huge responsibility. And this is not to say that all influencers, right? Like, there are plenty of influencers out there who are
doing a really good job. And I think this takes away from the fact that a lot of them are being respectful. They are showing the joy of the sport. Like, they're just out there having a good time. They are taking content, but it isn't getting in people's way.
Yeah.
And when people do stuff like this, it kind of gives a bad light to those where everyone's like, oh, influencers. Like, when you started talking about here, I rolled my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, It shouldn't be. Like,
they're doing a job.
They're doing a job.
Yeah.
They're enjoying it. They're creating content. They're sharing things that bring people joy and entertainment.
Yes.
And I think that's what it should be.
Right. I agree. It should definitely be, it should be a very positive thing. And I don't think that one bad apple spoils the bunch. But I do think that certain people who gain a level of following and then kind of start, doing things in a negative way, maybe shouldn't have the platform that they do. And, brands should stop working with them until they are willing to do things the right way, So
follow the rules.
Follow the rules.
Just follow the rules. They're there for a reason.
Yes. You should always follow the rules when it comes to racing, whether that's not drafting during a triathlon, not banditing a race, not running under somebody else's bib. There are so many things that are in place for a reason, whether it's for the insurance of the race or for medical reasons, because like what I said, if you're running under somebody else's bib and you have a medical emergency, they're going to think you are somebody else.
Calling someone else's mom to take care of you.
Yes, exactly. So, and they might have like allergies and the other person might not, or vice versa. And now you're getting treated with something that you're allergic to. So
this also reminds me, Doc Sarah posted about the spilling out the back of your bib,
yes.
which is something I never do.
Yes.
We feel so dumb, so we need to do that after this. We need to go fill out the back.
We'll go fill out the back of our bibs with our emergency contact to make sure that.
Don't they have that? They can find it.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it is on. You do put it in when you
do have it,
but it's just
a lot easier to just flip over.
Yes.
Like, let's call this person.
Exactly. Shout out to Doc Sarah, who also takes care of me for all my PT needs here in DC. So.
We love Doc Sarah.
Yeah.
Sponsored. We're sister fans.
Yes, exactly. I saw her at the expo yesterday for Cherry Blossom, and I told her, I was like, I'm about to start training for Sydney. I will be coming to see you on a routine basis to keep my legs from falling off my body. So, yeah. All right. Number 2 is done. Monk's Road. How did you feel about it?
If we're ranking, I liked the first one better. This one just was a lot of spice for me.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think it was still good. Like, I'm enjoying this bourbon experience more
than the last
than my
time.
First one.
Yeah. Well, last time you, the reactions were a lot more intense.
It was dark. Because also I was coming off of not drinking for a while.
Yeah.
When we did that one.
That's right.
And I was just like, straight bourbon. We just jump right back in.
Yes. Yeah. That was a wild time for you. Yeah. But I enjoyed it personally.
Me too.
It was a great time, and your reactions were just classic, and they live on YouTube.
We're subdued now.
Yeah. Okay. You can't even say that with straight face. You're not subdued. Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to my audience, Jess. All 12 of you. Thank you for listening. At least I'm self-aware. Thank you. All right. Number 3.
I like this bottle shape.
It's very neat. Yeah.
That's a question I have.
Yeah.
Are the bottle shapes just aesthetic, or do they have any impact on like the taste, flavor, storage, etc.?
No, it's just an aesthetic.
Okay.
And I think marketing a little bit too. Yeah. But no, there's no real, like this one up here, not the Sagamore, but the one next to it, that's in the shape of a pot still, which is part of how they make the bourbon. So yeah. But no, nothing crazy. Yeah.
Because like wine always comes in like the same bottle.
Yeah.
But these have like, I don't know, there's a lot of variety in bourbon.
There is.
Marketing.
Yes. Yeah. You got to stand out. Yeah. Because I mean, it's basically the same 3 ingredients. Maybe 4 or 5.
So many flavors.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's all percentages. And some of them are secret. So, yeah. All right. Number 3, we have 13th Colony Southern Straight Bourbon. This one was gifted to me, speaking of Cherry Blossom, by one of the directors of the Cherry Blossom race.
Aww.
Becky.
Greatest race ever. Best race weekend.
Best race weekend. And it is 95 proof. The flavor profile for this one. So according to the bottle, it's got a little bit on the bottle. It says sweet corn cobs, leather, cherry.
That's so silly.
Caramel, and tobacco. according to the internet, some other flavors you might hear or taste are vanilla bean, brown sugar, butterscotch, and roasted pecans.
I'm not tasting the leather.
No, I don't get leather. I don't get tobacco either, which I would have thought, yeah, like a sweet corn. I get a little bit of the sweetness. I don't know that it's sweet corn, though. That's the thing.
It's hard to make up like any flavor.
Yeah.
There's something. I think it's just a bourbon taste, though.
Our palates are not refined enough, clearly.
I burnt my mouth on too many coffees for like this to be actually working.
Yeah, I do smell a little bit of sweetness in there, but I don't really taste it.
For the corn.
Yeah. Okay. A little
I don't want you to correct me. I'm just picturing when they're putting these in the barrel, they're throwing in like leather, tobacco, corn.
Yep, that's what they do. Yeah, they're bits of leather and corn into the barrel as it ages. Yeah. That's not what they do. Okay, headline number 3. We're going to talk about doping in college athletics, which you have some insight on because you were a college athlete.
Clean college athlete.
I did not do sports in college and then went and joined the Navy. So I've always been clean, just not a college athlete. But the reason we're talking about this today is because earlier this month at the NCAA D3 track and field indoor championships, at the 5K winner, as he
and 3K.
And 3K, 5K and 3K winner. So as he approached the podium to accept his award, the remaining athletes on the podium, 2nd through 8, all stepped down and walked away. That's because the winner, Seth Clevenger, he had recently transferred from a D1 school at Iowa State to the D3 school of Rowan to avoid a possible doping scandal. So allegedly he used EPO, but he never tested positive. And the school he's at now, Rowan, said that he is fully eligible to compete and has not tested positive ever. But it seems that these allegations of him using EPO and potentially distributing as well are just too big to run away from. Pun intended. All right, so probably shouldn't have done that while you were trying to take a sip. But so what more should be done by the NCAA to protect college sports, especially in the NIL era when there's so much money going around in college athletics?
Yeah. I think the main thing is it's not that deep. Like in the moment, college athletics feels like the most important thing ever, but it is not that deep.
Yeah.
My coach is really good on like showing us who we were outside of the sport and wanting us to have longevity in the sport.
Yeah.
And wanting us to be really good while we were in college.
Sure.
Like, that was still front of mind, but just like we were not just runners. There was more to us than that.
Okay.
And I think if more coaches were focused on that, then like you wouldn't have your D3 athlete accused of taking like beds.
Yes.
And
yeah.
This is no like slander on D3, but it's just like the chances of people going pro are really slim.
Yeah.
We see, as per our previous conversation, like the money you're making is not great. It's not a great lifestyle. Like these people are in it because they like it.
Yeah.
And they want to do this.
Yes.
Like it is a grind.
Yeah.
And college athletics is like really fun and really challenging.
Yeah.
And the best part is you're learning about yourself as you're trying to get better. And cheating at it just feels like you're missing out on all that benefit. And just like for what at the end of the day? Like, are you going to feel good about that national championship? Like,
yeah.
It's weird in the world of NIL because people are getting money based on their social media, based on if they're really good. Like, it's just kind of the Wild West, as we were saying before, as they're trying to navigate this new space. But I think when your entire identity and self-worth is reduced to your running performance, then the door of doing things on the fringe and things that are prohibited, it opens so wide.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And I think you're failing as a college coach if that is what your athletes are thinking needs to be done.
Yeah. No, I think that, obviously, like I said, I was never a college athlete, but I think there's like a twofold problem in this, in that the ability to transfer from a D1 to a D3 to avoid a scandal and for there not to be any kind of like more severe oversight in the drug testing process at each level, it seems. Now, granted, the NCAA says that they have a very rigorous testing program. So, other critics of the program say that's actually not true. And they do give the athletes warning prior to testing also. So I guess
like a day or two.
Yeah.
Like, not enough warning that if you're taking any, I don't know how it works, but I'm
Sure.
assuming not enough warning that if you're taking anything, you have time for it to flush out of your system.
Sure. But I think you could find ways to cheat the system or like.
Do you remember, I got drug tested once in college.
Okay.
And I remember walking out and there were some guys on the swim team with like fluorescent yellow pee in their cup. And they had to come back later to retest.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, this is not a viable sample.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember before people were like, are you going to pass? And I was like, obviously. Like,
yeah.
Like, what do you mean you're worried?
Why is there a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was really shocking to me.
Yeah.
And that was happening. I was just like, yeah, like, rule follower. We're following the rules here.
That's a theme today. Yes. Follow the rules. Yeah. And yeah, no, I think, so the second thing that was going to bring up, because I said it's a twofold problem, is the NIL stuff. And just how much money, especially at the D1 level where he was accused of this, there's a lot of money flowing through colleges now to the athletes. So much so that even some athletes in different sports, basketball, football, are trying to stay in college longer because they can make more money during their 4 years of school than they ever will outside of school because they will never go pro. And so they're trying to get like a 5th year eligibility, this kind of that, whatever. So I think there needs to be a restructuring of the NIL money program money in the program. So yeah, it feels too much like professional sports for there not to be regulation and serious drug testing.
Yeah, because I was in college when the rule changed.
Okay.
I think it was my 5th year that you're allowed to monetize based on your name, image, likeness.
Yeah.
I was a sponsored athlete.
Oh.
I was a sponsored athlete. It was our local restaurant Roots.
Okay.
Sponsored me. I got a free bowl a day.
Oh, there you go.
It was really great, actually, as a college student.
Do you want to go back to college to make more Ruth's money?
I really would. But I don't know where I was going with that other than to talk about myself.
Oh, Jess. Yeah, talk about yourself. Let's go.
Sport doping problem too, like past the college level. It just keeps going on, and you keep hearing the same agents having athletes with doping problems, and these people get banned for like 2 to 4 years, and then are allowed back in.
Yeah,
and I always go back and forth because I think it's like you do the crime, you do the time kind of thing. If you're clean now, can you continue competing?
Sure.
But then also, it's like, okay, I can like go win a few races and get a 4-year ban and then keep going. And I don't know, there's just this like, there's a lot of athletes who have these agents who have athletes who are accused of doping. And there's always that just question mark over them. And everyone's like, I don't know how to feel about this. So it feels like something really does need to change.
Yeah.
Because it feels like every month there is a retroactive change in placement because second place was accused of doping and everyone's going up and they're missing out on sponsorship opportunities, on medaling bonuses, on just like, you don't know what the loss is. It's not just that you didn't get the medal and that prize money in that moment. It's like, what doors would have opened past that?
And the recognition that you get from it to open those doors, right? Because like, you know, you hear about, you know, Olympic medalists or marathoners who their medals are upgraded 3 or 4 years later after the investigation's done and the user was found to actually have been using. That's like a small like footnote in a athletic magazine, like, oh, hey, this person received an upgrade to their medal. That's not going to be the huge like news coverage that it's getting in the moment.
Yeah. And I don't remember all the details. I think it's the 2012 Olympics, maybe 2008. It's like the dirtiest race in track and field history. And I think like the 3rd or 4th place woman now has the gold medal technically in that race.
Wow.
And like half of that field has been eliminated for doping.
Yeah.
And it's just thinking about, and still today they're like reconciling some of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that was over 10 years ago. What opportunities for those women would there have been?
Right. What opportunities did the winners receive from that should have gone to the other women?
And it's like, if you're found doping a few years later, does that medal you got 2 years ago count? Like, there's just always this like ambiguity of like.
That's true. Yeah. I kind of remember.
Once a doper, always a doper, though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. There needs to be stricter penalties.
Yeah.
To stop it. Because people are like, it's okay. If I get caught, I'm just going to get like a couple years ban. I'll be back for the next Olympic cycle.
Yeah. I do think that there are some, like, I don't know if it's World Athletics or who's doing it, but you're starting to have to pay back some of that prize money a lot more. And it does go back. They've like retroactively enforcing the bans and the losses to like 6 years or something like that. I've seen a couple of that where so there definitely is some bigger punishments coming down. I think people are starting to recognize just how prevalent it is in some of the sports that they weren't really tracking it as much before. Yeah. So I think that's a positive.
And it seems to seem like the same bad actors time and time again. It's like this person was banned. Who's their agent? Oh, it was the same one as the person who's banned before and banned the time before that.
Right.
So I think also taking it a step further to look at those agents who have multiple athletes who've been accused of doping. Like maybe that person should not be allowed in the sport anymore because.
Are we doing like a 3 strikes and you're out policy or for one time and you're out? Like what are we doing?
I'm here to provide solutions.
Yeah, I forgot. We did say that. Yes.
It just also makes me think of the positions these people are put in with their contracts that they feel like they need to dope. Is it you need to buy into this program or else you're not getting opportunities to race and you're not getting money and then your back's kind of up against the wall? Obviously, like we all have free will in our own agency, but
but when your
livelihood is on
exactly
the line,
what I was going to say.
This opportunity and you don't know any better, and you're told it's going to be okay. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like,
don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Yeah, that's not
like I think it's not just always the athlete's fault. It is
the coaches, the companies,
agents, the companies, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that also need to be held accountable in these situations
for sure. Yeah, start paying some fines.
It goes back to disrespect to the sport. Like, those athletes walking off the podium, I get it, because you're just like, we just lost to someone who has been accused of doping. And I just got second in this race, and that feels really bad, actually. Like, I can't.
Yeah, because even if he did test positive, or if he did test negative the day before and the day of and the day after, who's to say that he hadn't taken something that has worn off just in time for the race? It still provides him the physical boost, but doesn't appear on a drug test.
Yeah. Or even if he is clean, like again, there's just a larger doping problem that people with an ounce of suspicion under them, everyone's assuming it's true because how many times does it turn out to be true? Like you see a race that you're like, oh my gosh, that's too good to be true. And it turns out it was.
Yeah.
So it's also ruining it for those people who do have those random breakthroughs. And it's like, you watch those results and all the comments are, do we think they're doping? What are they taking? And even if it is a completely clean performance, there's still that suspicion under it.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, we're not here for solutions, but
we're just here to talk trash.
We're here to talk trash and drink bourbon. And I think for this guy, Clevenger, I have a feeling this suspicion is going to follow him for the rest of his running career if he chooses to make one out of his post-collegiate running. And I think it's going to be hard to find sponsors and to make a living off of running with that cloud hanging over him. So even if he was clean the rest of his life, it's going to be hard. So what are you going to do?
Not take drugs.
Not take drugs and keep drinking bourbon.
Keep drinking bourbon.
On to the fourth. Okay, so this is Glens Creek OCD number 5. This bottle was gifted to me by somebody who you met today, Kat.
Me and Kat did a trapeze class together today.
Nice.
It was very fun, and I'm going to be very sore for cherry blossom tomorrow.
Yeah, probably not the best idea to be like high flying.
Shake out.
They really shook you out. So this bourbon is 106.6 proof. It's also kind of designated as a dessert bourbon. So
I smell it. It smells like compared to the first one, the smell is a lot different.
A lot different, right? So the flavor profile for this is caramel, burnt sugar, smoky oak, vanilla custard, and a sharp rye spice. So sweet on the front. Okay.
It burns.
So I taste cranberries. Is that what I'm getting on the aftertaste? Or maybe it's a custard?
I'm so sorry, Kat.
No, I mean it's 106 proof, 106.6. So it's got a bit of a kick to it.
It smells really good.
It smells really good.
It does not taste like it smells.
There's definitely like this fruity, like tart fruitiness that I'm getting on the aftertaste. Like once it's fully settled in my mouth.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to place it though, because it's not a fully familiar
Those
flavor.
Are not my relative.
They're not.
I'm gonna smell it.
Okay. I don't think I'm in the same boat as you. I do actually like it. I think this is definitely a very much more of a sipper. You're not gonna like be sitting there and drinking a whole lot of this in one go. But I think it might be Kat's favorite, is what she said when she gave me the bottle. So
she is a stronger woman than I am.
She is from Kentucky. Yeah. So you know what they say about the Kentucky women. Strong. Yeah. Okay. Headline number 4. So
I already forgot what it is.
Okay. So it's going to be like a surprise. All right. So there have been multiple high-profile incidents of elite runners being led off race courses. So first one this year was the Women's 2026 USATF Half Marathon Championships in Atlanta, where Jessica McLean, Emma Grace Hurley, and Edna Kurgat were all led off the course with just 2 miles to go. And then I think the very next weekend, or maybe 2 weekends after that, at the LA Marathon, the leader followed the lead car off the course with just 300 meters to go. And then when he was flagged down, he was able to get back on course, but he lost the first place by like inches. I think there's a nice picture of the winner crossing and breaking the tape with the guy who went off course, like leaping and falling, trying to beat him to the line. So we kind of talked about, loss of money when it comes to doping and stuff, but these mistakes also are costing athletes prize money and opportunities. So what do you think can be done by the races to better protect these athletes when it comes to these silly mistakes?
It's so hard because you run the race the day of to see what the outcome is going to be, and things happen as part of it, but I don't think things happen include the official lead race vehicle. Like, you could argue that they should have known the course and stuff, but at that moment, you're like, brain is gone. You're running just so fast, and you're trusting that the car ahead of you knows where it's going.
Yes.
It was tough after, because I was like, you can't take away from the women who actually got first, second, and third.
Right.
Because who knows what would have happened actually in those last few miles of the race. Like, no one can say for sure. Those women who were led astray were clearly very far ahead, but anything still could have happened. You could always make that argument. I actually really loved the response in this moment. I know they split the prize money up among the top 6. Mm-hmm. World Athletics is letting all 6 of them have spots at the World Marathon Championships. I think that's all you can do in this situation when mistakes happen, because I don't know what other response you can take. Because again, you can't take away from the women who actually got first, second, and third.
Right.
They went and won.
Yeah.
Regardless of how they won it. But I don't think anyone feels good at the end of that. Mm-mm. Like, any of those 6 women probably, you don't feel good winning that race knowing there's 3 women who were just like
an asterisk essentially for your win. Yeah.
Like, it's not a good feeling.
No, not at all. I do think, I agree with you. The response has been great. The allowing all the women to go to the championships for the Worlds is a great move by World Athletics.
Yeah, a rare win in the sport, it feels.
It does, yeah. Yeah, I do think so. Compared to the LA one, where he essentially missed the finish chute. Yes. So the motorcycle he was following had to get off the course there because
he had to keep going straight.
And he had to keep going straight. But I think the race should have had people there, officials, making sure that the guy wasn't going to follow the bike off the course. Like have an official keep going straight, keep going straight. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Especially after a marathon. Yeah. Like when it was a hot day.
You're not thinking.
When you're winning a marathon, you're definitely running a lot faster than the average human being. And well, yes, you've trained your body to be able to do that. It still affects your mind. You're not going to be thinking as much when you've turned your brain off to hopefully kind of just let your body take over, and you're using just the one cue of follow the bike until I get to the finish. You might not turn it back on to be like, oh, here's the finish. Let me keep going straight. The bike's off now. So that one, I do have sympathy for the guy. Obviously, it's really tough.
It's also, again, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
In the last 300 meters of that race. So maybe that is what was needed for the guy in second to take him over. Maybe he would have taken him over anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think at the end, when you see someone you have to run down, you find some next gear in you.
Sure.
And I mean, who can say how that race would have ended otherwise? We don't know because it didn't go as planned. But again, no one has that feeling good.
No, you don't feel good.
You want to win outright and feel like it was a fair, good, clean win.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Especially because like the difference between first and second at LA was like $10,000. So he lost out on $10,000 for making that turn.
And it's like, I don't know what their briefings were like before.
Yeah.
Like how much they've gone over this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to say like what they're doing or not doing to protect these athletes, and where the like responsibility turns over to the athlete to know. Mm-hmm. I think completely different situation than the women
event. Yes. That was 2 miles out. Like that's
too far out, completely off course. This was like the bike going off course so they could finish the race.
100%.
So I've never led a marathon. I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
Same. I've never won a marathon. I've only won one race in my life. It was in high school cross country. I led gun to tape, and that was probably the best high school race I ran. But I've never won another. Actually, that's not true. I've won a road race. I won a 5-mile road race on the Cinco de Mayo 5-miler in Fresno, California. I feel like I deserve to win as a Mexican on Cinco de Mayo, but I don't know. Whatever. That's bias on my part. Thanks. I appreciate that. I won a sombrero. That was the prize.
That feels interesting.
Well, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Still have it?
Yeah. I'll show it to you after. It is accessible, so I will show it to you after this episode. Maybe we'll post a picture on Instagram of you and me and the sombrero. But I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about for this topic because
it's hard because like mistakes do happen.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate when they're that big of a mistake on that big of a stage.
Yes. Yeah. And
sometimes mistakes aren't a process problem. It's just like human error.
Yeah.
Which it's like.
Yeah.
It happens.
It does. It does. I just for the women in Atlanta, like obviously I'm glad that they worked it out, but definitely that driver should have known the course better. Whoever told him to make that turn, or why he turned on his own volition, do better. You have to do better in that situation. It's the championships. It's the American championships. Like,
and this is me speaking off of like comments I saw, but I think the Atlanta races have had problems in the past.
Have they?
So I don't know much about that, but people were like, this isn't the first time this race messed up in the comments. So I think just being mindful of where they're hosting these like things like doubling as the US champs.
Yeah. That's definitely something to consider.
There seems to be like extra precautions taken and like safeties for making sure that if a human does make an error,
right,
it's not that bad.
No, and I'm going to keep bringing it up because it's Cherry Blossom weekend, but it is the 10-mile USATF 10-mile championships at Cherry Blossom. And I know there is a lot of precautions going into making sure nothing like that happens tomorrow at race day. So I'm excited to see who comes out the champs. Yeah. All right.
It's not going to be me.
Definitely not going to be me either. Yeah. I will be cheering for them as we pass each other on the course. Yeah.
You just see like the first group come by.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
They're so fast.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Down to the final bourbon. This one is Michter's Single Barrel 10-year. And I got this one at the Michter's Distillery with Dan Kane and who else was there? Will McGinnis. We went to the Michter's Distillery hoping to pick up a bottle like this, and they told us that they were out for the day because they only allow a certain number to go out in a day. We told them that we were in town from DC. We kind of like schmoozed them a little bit, and then when we tried to buy something else, they were out of that too. So they said, hold on 1 second, let's see what we can do for you guys. And they went down into their little basement and brought up 3 bottles of this Michter's for us.
That is so sweet.
Yeah. So we got really lucky. And I'm super excited that we have it. Yeah. This one is also going to be a dessert bourbon. It is 94.4 proof. So we are stepping way down from the 106. Before you go and taste it, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you for the hot takes. I really appreciate it. The flavor profile for this one is a creamy caramel, molasses, toasted oak, cinnamon, and subtle dried fruit. It's got an interesting aftertaste, though.
This is going to be like a difficult statement because I know this one was like straight burn and I was complaining about this.
Yeah.
It feels too soft.
Too soft. Okay. Interesting.
Like the first 2 were... No, wait, but this one was straight burn.
Yeah.
These 2, I think?
Yeah, 1 and 3. So the
perfect level.
The 4 Roses and the 13th Colony.
But like the same proof.
Yes. Yeah, right around the same level. Yeah. I wonder if it's because we're coming off of such a high proof to a lower proof that you're noticing the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you tried the 4 Roses, your reaction from the first sip and the smell was was extreme.
It's like a Saturday afternoon.
Look, I appreciate you being here.
It's bourbon o'clock.
Bourbon, yeah, exactly. It's always bourbon o'clock at this house. Yeah. So, okay. Last hot take. Are you ready? All right. So we're all well aware. We've talked about it. There's a running boom happening in running right now, which is great. I love the running boom. I love how many people are getting out there. They're going outside. They're challenging themselves physically. They're choosing to live a healthier lifestyle. They're creating community through run clubs and, little groups of friends going out and doing things like we just had 2 groups of friends go out and do TSP. And they had a great time out there running from LA to Las Vegas. There is, in my opinion, one downside to all these people running, and that is that it's become so hard to get into races that have a lottery.
So hard that some of us enter races not expecting to get in and accidentally do and have to go to Australia.
Yes. Yeah, I was not expecting to get into Sydney. I actually said, oh shit, when I saw the email. And I was at work, so probably not the best thing to say at work. But anyways, New York City Marathon this year, they had their lottery. 1% of lottery entrants and were accepted into the marathon.
I was not one of the lucky chosen ones.
Neither was I. which was crazy of me to enter for New York after getting into Sydney, but whatever, not the point.
This would have been the year you got into it.
Right? Honestly. And then like, Boston has lowered their qualifying time significantly over the last several years and still has a cutoff time lower than the actual time. So what seems to be a response to this is the London Marathon has proposed for 2027 holding 2 days of races. So 50,000 runners per day, which would essentially allow for twice as many runners to run the London Marathon. How do you feel about this possible solution?
I have mixed feelings about this. I feel like I don't love it. I think from a logistics standpoint, that's just way too many people to be bringing into the city. Even if it's like that many people running the race is like, you're splitting that up, but still 100,000 people plus are descending on London to run this marathon, then going to the expo.
Right.
It feels like a big stress on the city.
Okay. Sure.
The world majors, I think they're a money grab personally.
Fair.
I have mixed feelings about the world majors, but they're bucket list races for people.
Yes.
And I think part of the draw and allure of them is that they aren't easy to get into.
Right.
You either have to run a fast qualifying time or be one of the lucky ones who gets in through the lottery, which has just become harder and harder to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the kind of thing like, does it lose the sparkle? Like if we're holding 10 London marathons in 3 years, does it matter if you're running the London Marathon and getting in? Is it the same like, oh my gosh, I got accepted? I don't know.
Sure.
Again, mixed feelings there.
Okay.
I feel like from a logistics standpoint, it gives me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, I will say, yeah.
Cleaning up after that. Like, cleaning up after a marathon takes work and you have to like turn around for the next day.
Yeah.
And what if your friend gets in one day and you're in the next? Like, are we splitting it up by time? Is it just 2 separate marathons?
Yeah.
I have a lot of logistics questions that truly don't matter or impact me at all. But I'm just like, how are you doing this?
Yeah, I don't know how the logistics would play out in terms of the race itself. Like, are they doing it by time? Are they just like taking each wave and splitting it in half so that there's speeds at each?
And who's winning the London Marathon then? If you win day 1,
yeah,
and if your time's faster on day 2, what if the weather's really good on one day?
Yeah, like, I would imagine they have to do all elites one day, right? In order for world record purposes, I would imagine that all the elites come and run on a single day. So they would be unaffected. I think where the split would happen is at the amateur level. So I think that part probably wouldn't be as big of an issue. But I hear what you're saying in terms of logistics. Like,
there's questions that the TCS London Marathon needs to answer for, though.
Yes, I'm sure they're listening to this podcast and they will reply to us
thought of this
promptly.
Like, that's a great thought. It's a great question.
Great question. No, absolutely not.
Someone somewhere is thinking of all of this.
Greatest running minds in the world right here at this table. The 2 of us. But I do think so, like, in terms of the stress on the city, they have hosted multiple Olympics. So they know how to host large events, right? I mean, obviously 100,000 people in a weekend is a lot. But I do think it's possible. They have the infrastructure. They have the hotel capacity. It would be a lot of people in the streets. And I'm sure the people of London would hate everybody that came in there.
Like,
but
down the roads for that amount of time.
Yes.
And again, who am I to make running less accessible to other people? If people want 2 days of the London Marathon, like, go for it.
Right.
Don't let me stop you.
No, for sure. And I think it'll give opportunity to the residents of London to Airbnb their space for a weekend. They could make bank. So potentially, it would be a net positive for the residents. They can all, fuck off out of town and go to the beach and leave their space in Airbnb and make money through the weekend. But it is an interesting situation. Personally, if I got in on a day or when it's 2 days, I wouldn't hate it. It is a bucket list for me. I've wanted to do all the majors since I was 28 years old.
all of these takes are coming from someone who does enter every world major.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Yes.
Someone's like, they're a money grab. Who would do that? I am entering every lottery.
Every lottery.
And I get accepted.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Am I just jealous?
and
am I just mad that I'm not fast enough to get a guaranteed entry to all of them? Who knows?
Yes. And I think, to your point there about the money grab, yes, it does bring in a lot of money to these cities. I don't think so where the money grab is happening, I think, is less at the race level and more at the running tourism level. These groups and organizations who now charge so much money, and they have guaranteed bibs set aside for them.
It's also like, okay, if you're rich and you want to raise $3,000 for charity, but you can also just say, okay, I can pay $3,000 for a bib to this marathon.
Which I'm not going to disparage charity runners.
Charity runners deserve to be there.
Yes.
I think they're great. But it also is just like, again, if someone has a ton of money, you can get guaranteed entry to everyone and say, I'm going to fundraise this amount of money. I'm going to donate it, which is maybe a great thing too. Like,
yeah,
rich people should be donating their money.
Right. No, 100%.
So if people do want to give $3,000 to charity to get in, I don't know, like, who am I to say don't do that? Please do that. Everyone give your money to charity. But
these companies that are
inaccessible in some places and is making 2 days making it more accessible. I don't know what the answer is.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. No, I want to get in.
Yeah. I love running because it is on its surface an accessible sport.
Yes.
Everyone always thinks like all you need is a pair of shoes. And then it turns into so much more. And everyone who does run realizes it's like...
The bandit hoodies.
You need the bandit hoodies. It's so much more than that, But
at the end of the day, like, it really is. You don't need a pair of, Asics plated shoes to go run a race. You can run with a pair that you find at Foot Locker or whatever. Get a pair that's good for you. Go to your local running store, get fitted, get a good pair. Like, actually, that's a better idea. Don't go to Foot Locker. Go to your running store.
Local marathons.
Yeah, and you don't need all the bells and whistles. You don't need a GPS watch. It's nice to know how far you're running, but you can do that on Google Maps, figure out a route, get a little Timex, watch.
The Garmin Forerunner 25 for years. It had just GPS, no heart rate, no anything else. Like, bare bones, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's fine if people want to do that. I think if people want to run the majors, go for it. I think it's the propaganda that you have to run the 6 stars or else the marathons you're running are not worth it.
It's about to be 9 stars. Yeah.
And I don't know, like, just because you don't get into the London Marathon doesn't mean you're any less of a runner. And like, there's so many other ones in the world that you can run.
There are so many races. And there's even, I think there's like the European Marathon series, which is like Prague and Austria, and there's 8 of them, but you only have to run 5 to get the medal. And it's not that nobody's running these races, but they're not as in demand, and you can still run in amazing locations and get to travel and get these cool medals. And sure, that's not the prestige of the world marathon majors, but they're still gorgeous marathons, and they're just underappreciated.
Like 2 days of the London Marathon. It's like,
go run another one.
Run this other one.
Yeah.
Find your own world majors.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Make your own 6. Run them all.
Mm-hmm.
Check off your own little list. Make your own little medal. Feel accomplished. Like,
yeah. No, I like that idea. And there's also like half marathon championships too, that people can go out and run. And actually,
I feel like feeling like you need to spend money to travel and fly abroad.
Yeah.
To go run a race, and you need to enter these lotteries. Victim of entering all these lotteries too, as I'm saying this. Like, it's fun and it's exciting, but it also is not only what the sport is about.
No, and there's also so many local races that just don't get the love that these like flagship events do, right? I watched a TikTok today, actually. This woman was on vacation in Florida. She's training for a marathon. She needed to do 15 miles, but didn't know where to run. And her friend was like, just run a local half marathon. And so she signed up. She was the only runner in the half marathon. They had a half marathon and a 10K. There were 15 total runners. 14 of them ran the 10K, and she ran and finished the half marathon.
She got first.
Yeah.
And last.
Yeah. First and last, but she was out there. And there's so many races like that where there are just, a handful of people out there. It's, bare bones, probably have to carry your own water, but you're supporting a local business. And I think that is something that is really not promoted enough in the running world.
Like, I feel like it's a yes and
exactly
type of approach here.
Yeah.
Like, run the majors, and if you don't get in, go find a local race. Don't add a second day to all of them.
Yeah, I think.
Like, what are we going to have, like, World Majors week?
Yeah.
Actually, like.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
just, like,
probably.
What is the end?
Yeah, I think.
Also, 50,000 people for one day is already, like, pushing it on a lot of people in a race.
Yes. You're right. I think I came into this session feeling like I don't hate it. But now I'm thinking more, I still don't hate it, but I don't think it's necessary. And I think I'd rather go run somewhere else.
It's just like...
Yeah.
It lets more people in, but for what?
For what? Yeah. And honestly, Carrie would be more than happy to go back to Prague. And I could go run a race one day and we spend a week in Prague and she would love it.
That sounds great. Sounds like Carrie's going to Prague.
I mean, possibly. We've been once. Might as well go back.
Might as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've come to the end of the tasting. There is a significant
bourbon. Some of us didn't.
There's a significant amount left in 4 of your glasses. So I think I can tell which was your favorite. The 13 Colony Southern Straight Bourbon, which actually I did not. I did not say this when I introduced the bottle, but that one is aged in Georgia. So you like the Southern, you like a little bit of the Southern bourbon there. I see. Okay. All right.
Are the others from Kentucky?
Yes, all 4 of the others are from Kentucky.
It feels like anti-bourbon bourbon.
Well, no. Bourbon is an American spirit, not a Kentucky spirit. That is a common misconception that it has to be made in Kentucky. Just so happens that about 95% of the world's bourbon, it comes from Kentucky.
So it just had to be different.
Apparently. But that's par for the course for you, Jess. You had to be different. So
this is fun. I love sharing opinions that I have no business sharing.
I loved it too. It was so amazing. Oh, thank you so much.
Canceled.
Look, I think at the end of the day, having an opinion is better than not having an opinion.
Also, I think as I've said, who am I?
We're just talking shit.
My, like, fun opinions.
Yeah, we're talking shit, drinking bourbon.
Really keeps me up at night.
No, I am not gonna go die on any of these hills.
No, feel free
absolutely
to
not.
Me.
Yeah, leave it in the comments.
So easy.
DM me personally. I don't care. Don't DM her. DM me. After Run Bourbon Club on Instagram.
Pre-Run Bourbon Club.
Yeah, this is the Pre-Run Bourbon Club since we're doing this the day before a 10-miler. Probably not the best idea, but it is what it is. What's your goal for tomorrow, actually, now that we're here?
My goal is to have a lot of fun. This has been a wonky season of training.
Mm-hmm.
I ran an ultra a few weeks ago. I'm running a marathon next week.
And you have a pretty demanding job, so that takes a lot of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
The DC Cherry Blossom Weekend is always the greatest weekend of the year.
It really is.
It's like finally gotten good.
Yeah.
All your friends are doing things, running Cherry Blossom. I had to come back for it and see everyone because there's just no feeling like it.
And it's going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow.
It's such a well-run race.
Yeah.
It's a good course.
A great course.
It is just...
We're going to run it around the future site of the Washington, D.C. Arch. Sorry, I had to get that in there. I needed to see the reaction and put that on the internet. But no, it's a wonderful course. I love the course. It is a little bit of a bummer that the cherry blossoms bloomed so early and the race is a little bit later. So we're kind of missing out on the full cherry blossom race experience. But honestly, like, I'll take a good weather day over having cherry blossoms.
Weather this weekend.
Yeah.
Amazing people.
Yeah.
There is no place like DC in cherry blossom weekend.
No, because also if we had run this race on peak bloom week, it was 30 degrees that day. Like, no, thank you. That's too cold.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to run the 10 miles while wearing tights.
No.
Yeah.
We want to put on our cute matching sets with the girlies and have fun.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm going to wear a bandit sweatshirt.
You are not going to wear a bandit sweatshirt on the race. But there's going to be so many people at all the cheer zones wearing this because Bandit came here and like sold out immediately. Yeah. Crazy.
We're thanking Jenny.
Yes. Thank you again, Jenny, for picking up a hoodie for Jess. I was there in person, so I got my own.
I don't do my own shopping.
Oh, little did I know I was setting myself up for a huge flex on your part.
That's not true.
No, we're keeping it all in. Keep it in. All right. Well, Jess, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for providing your wonderful opinions. I truly appreciate them. I really do. I really do. I think the internet will appreciate them. And
the internet is famous for appreciating opinions.
Yes, exactly.
Famous.
All right. Well, good luck tomorrow. Have a wonderful time. And
what's your goal tomorrow?
Oh, my goal tomorrow. My goal tomorrow is probably to try to run around a 110. I think I can do it. I have had a good training block. I am injury free for the first time in a long time.
Some bourbon.
I've had a little bourbon to relax me. I'm mispronouncing words because of the high proof today. I am a little bit. But I'm just gonna go take a nap and maybe wake up tomorrow and be ready to race.
Maybe wake up tomorrow.
I'm just mean if it's a nap.
You felt the back of your bib.
We'll go do that immediately. We'll go do that immediately. And
it's the maybe.
No, it's not. Okay. It's not that I'm maybe going to wake up. It's that
ready.
My nap might turn into a sleep is what I mean. Like the all night and wake up in the morning. Whereas not just taking like a little 30-minute nap. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What time is it?
It's like 4 p.m.
Okay, maybe not.
Sleeps for 16 hours before cherry blossom.
Look, I'm going off of like 5 hours of sleep right now for the weekend. So it's been rough, but that's okay. Who needs sleep? Sleep when you're dead.
You need to sleep. Runners need to sleep.
Yeah, no, I take that back. Runners need to sleep a lot more. They really do. Yeah. All right, Jess.
Just another influencer on the internet giving
false
information.
I take it back. Please get more sleep. I need more sleep. Y'all need more sleep. No more of this rise and grind after 4 hours. And that's just not enough. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable.
Your chance of injury increases exponentially for every hour less of sleep you get.
There you go. We have it.
You can't run fast if you can't run.
Exactly. So get rest, get sleep, take care of your bodies.
Take peds.
Don't take peds. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, before we give out any bad advice, let's sign off. How about that? Do you want to give out your Instagram handle in case you want anybody to like follow you for more hot takes? No? Okay. We're gonna keep her Instagram a secret, even though I might tag her later.
Like and subscribe.
Yes. Thank you, Jess.
Tip your barista.
All right, we're getting slap happy here. Yeah. Everybody at home, thank you much. Wow. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Clearly, we've had a wonderful time giving you guys all our hot takes.
Share your hot takes in the comments below.
Like and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and on YouTube where you can catch this full video. And we will see you guys on our next episode. Thanks and bye.
Bye.